Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisy Daniel. I'm a personal resilience life coach and a certified teacher going on a personal journey to lose weight, do intermittent fasting, and eat healthier. This is month number 10. I can't believe it. This past July 4th, actually, I started my intermittent fasting regimen, and it's been 10 months, and I'm happy to report that the 20 pounds that I have lost, I have kept off. Now this month I did struggle with 2 pounds going up and down and up and down. I will tell you, I didn't lose any weight. I stayed the same as last month. So I am at 111 pounds. My goal is 110, so I'm 1 pound away. But if you remember, my original goal was 113. So anywhere between 110 and 113, I'm happy. I will tell you, this coronavirus pandemic has me craving all kind of food. Definitely eating more. I have been exercising, doing my foot shuffle dancing, like I told you I was going to do, and that's been a lot of fun. But if I'm not careful, it's very easy to gain all the weight back. You have to be very proactive to continue your intermittent fasting, even during hard times like a pandemic. And I have been faithful to the intermittent fasting. There were some weeks where I only did it 3 days a week, and I am now back to doing it at least 5 days a week and having 2 cheat days. Because during a pandemic, you need more than 1 cheat day. You really, really do. So last month, I talked about what intermittent fasting has taught me during the coronavirus. And I am going to put the link for that in the show notes so you can watch it. It has taught me a lot of good lessons, and I continue to learn more lessons. What I would like to talk to you about today is a mental disorder called body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is basically looking at yourself, picking out certain flaws, and focusing excessively on those flaws. And most of the time, they are flaws that other people don't even notice or see. Where does this come from? This comes from possible bullying from when you were a child, kids pointing out certain things in you that made you self-conscious, and then you started focusing on it and focusing on it and focusing on it. Some people have body dysmorphia so bad that they don't even leave their house. That's really bad. And it could be the silliest thing. It could be a comment that someone made about their knees or their calves or their nose, and next thing you know, they're focusing on that and focusing on that over and over. There's a picture that's gone around through social media, a very good picture to depict what body dysmorphia is, and it's a perfectly yellow banana looking in the mirror. But when the banana looks in the mirror, the banana sees a rotted banana full of brown spots. It also reminds me of those fun houses I used to go in when I was a kid, and it'd have all the distorted mirrors, and you'd see yourself in the mirror and you'd look all distorted. And that's really not how you look, but in your mind you think you look that way. I just want to encourage you today, for whoever this message is for. I personally have not had issues with body dysmorphia. I have always been pretty happy the way God has made me. I mean, I did experience bullying as a kid. I was overweight my whole childhood up until the age of 20. So I definitely got my share of bullying and being made fun of. But I never really lost my intrinsic value. And I definitely did not obsess on any part of my body that I thought I shouldn't have. So I'm thankful for that, but I know a lot of people do. And I think too, a lot of it has to do with social media. You know, so many of the pictures that we see on Instagram or on TikTok or on Facebook, what the young generation doesn't realize is that not everything they see is real. A lot of that has been tweaked, has been touched up, has been photoshopped, you name it. When you see those people in real life, then you realize, whoa, they don't look like that at all. It's like those people that have pictures on their website from 20 years ago, and you actually go to meet them and you're like, you do a double take. They really don't look like what you thought they looked like. People with body dysmorphia really are seeing themselves in a distorted way. And I wanted to share a Bible verse that I think is very powerful if you're going through something like that. The Bible says that God created us. That means there is no body that's ugly and distorted and junk. Even people that we think might fall into those descriptions are not junk. God doesn't make junk. And there's a Bible verse that I'd like to share with you. It's in Psalm 139:14. And it says that you are wonderfully and fearfully made. When God made you, he made a masterpiece. And I just wanted to remind you of that, because sometimes, especially during a pandemic, you're locked in your house, you have more time on your hands, you have more time to think about negative things and look at all the things that bother you. And it could be on your own body, your own face, your hair, your this, your that. And I just want to remind you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Other reasons that some people might get into this form of thinking is perfectionism. Folks, there's no one perfect this side of heaven. It doesn't exist. And those people that probably have really close to perfect genes, do you know that most of the time, if you talk to them, they are some of the people with the lowest self-esteem. They really are. Many of them. It is not the outward that's going to bring you the joy and fulfillment and the self-respect that you deserve. That has to come from inside, regardless of the outside. And it has to be a relationship that you have with yourself, because you love yourself and you respect yourself. Yes, take care of your body, do intermittent fasting, eat healthy, eat nutritious food, exercise, do all those things. But don't do things in excess because you think you're ugly, that you're not loved, that you're not enough. You are enough the way you are. If you want to lose weight to look even better because you think you would look better losing more weight, do it. Just don't get sick. Don't go into an eating disorder. You do you, boo. You make what makes you happy, but stay healthy while you're doing it. Whether that's being heavier, whether that's being thinner. And people with body dysmorphia, it's not just looking in the mirror and thinking you look fat. Some people that are fat, that really are overweight, could look in the mirror and look thin. So it goes both ways. And it's picking out your flaws and focusing on them. Look, you don't have flaws, okay? I guarantee you those parts of your body that you wish you didn't have or didn't look the way they did, if you were to suddenly lose that part of your body, you'd give anything to have it back. You lose your ability to see, your ability to smell, your ability to walk. You would give anything to have it back. So start loving yourself, seeing yourself the way God sees you. Fearfully and wonderfully made. That means he took meticulous effort into creating you. Fearfully. That's a beautiful, beautiful thought. All right, guys, this is month number 10, and I just want to let you know that due to the pandemic and different things that are going on in the world right now, I am going to take a little break from this playlist. I know that I am going to continue on this journey, and I will reach the 110. I will let you know when that happens. I will continue practicing my foot shuffling, continue intermittent fasting, continue all of that. I have a strong desire to make some videos for other topics on my YouTube channel that have to do with coaching, that have to do with teaching, with leadership, with different forms of abuse, and many other topics in the horizon. Different playlists, about 15 that I'm going to be creating, and I'm going to be making videos about that. So I want you to stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and please check out my other playlists that I'm going to be creating. And pretty soon I will come back. I will give you an update on everything that's happening as far as my intermittent fasting. Nothing's going to change. I'm going to continue everything I've been doing, and we will be in touch, all right? Continue with the intermittent fasting and eating healthy and exercising. Check out foot shuffling if you haven't already. It's a very good exercise. Remember, you are the captain of your ship, all right? If you need any form of life coaching, please connect with me on my website, www.mymomentlc.com, and I will put that in the show notes as well. Remember, this is your moment. Some of you have a lot of extra free time to work on yourselves. Let's do it, okay? God bless you all, and I will see you soon. Stay safe out there. Wear your mask. God bless. Bye.